Hello everyone, Constitutionalist Libertarian here, and today we're going to be taking a look at an article from ABC News written by Jonathan Karl that was published on June 6th. Attorney General Jeff Sessions suggested he could resign amid rising tension with President Trump. Now this is to push two things, the Russian narrative and the narrative that there's a lot of turmoil within the Trump White House. The thing is if you actually look at the article, they're using a bunch of unnamed sources and this interaction that they have video clip of between the press and Spicer. And it's actually kind of funny because if you look at it, they're getting so ludicrous with pushing this narrative that Spicer's actually kind of laughing at them. And you can tell he's holding back the laughter to an extent too, because he's just looking like, you morons, are you serious? And the irony is, you know, if he had done what he had been known to do in the past, which is get worked up and bent out of shape dealing with the press, they would have had ammunition. Instead, he gives them this, and they still try to use it as ammunition, and they think people are too stupid to look at this and see how stupid they are. It's kind of funny because it's like a battle of the dimwits, okay, on the note of the press, because it's not a battle of wits, because they're dimwits and they're actually trying to say, hey, this is what actually happened, but don't look at this video here, even though we put it at the top. We're going to say otherwise later in the article, that he said something totally different. It's so funny. But let's actually look at the video clip now.
How would you describe the President's level of confidence in the Attorney General, Jeff Sessions?
I have not had a discussion with him about that.
Last time you said that, there was a development.
I'm answering a question, which is I have not had that discussion with him.
So you can't say he has confidence in his Attorney General?
I said I have not had a discussion with him on the question. If I haven't had a discussion with him about a subject, I tend not to speak about it.
I mean, that's pretty to the point right there. He's like, look, I haven't talked to him about it. I'm not going to comment on it. It's not my place to speculate. It's not my place to talk out of my ass, unlike you guys. I mean, I'm sure that's what he's thinking when he's got that smirk on his face. I mean, just look at that smirk. He's got the smirk of, oh, God, you people are morons. You know, like, I'm dealing with idiots, and I'm just going to laugh at you. As the White House braces for former FBI Director James Comey's testimony Thursday, sources tell ABC News the relationship between President Donald Trump and Attorney General Jeff Sessions has become so tense that Sessions at one point recently even suggested he could resign. Well, considering that Comey flat out said in writing that the president had no ties to Russia and is not under investigation, I don't understand why it's bracing for Comey to testify. In all honesty, if he says otherwise, after putting in writing that the president had nothing, no ties to Russia, he's a liar and should be prosecuted for the lie. That's as far as I see it. Because this is just him getting back at the president for being fired. What's funny, though, about this thing is they're trying to use this to say that the Attorney General offered to resign. Okay? And they're using unnamed sources for this. So you have absolutely no credibility in this claim, yet you're going to make it. I thought the point of being a member of the press was to make factual claims that could be backed up with presentable facts. I guess, when you're ABC News and you're the legacy media and you've been pushing a narrative for so long, you forget that type of thing. It's pretty pathetic. The friction between the two men stems from the Attorney General's abrupt decision in March to recuse himself from anything related to the Russia investigation. A decision the president, a proper noun, is supposed to be capital, but I'm sure you're leaving it as a lowercase p on president because you're doing it out of disrespect and not the fact that you're an incompetent who doesn't know the English language. But a decision the president only learned about minutes before Sessions announced it publicly. See, the thing is I'm sure you actually used a capital P when you were talking about President Obama. I'm wondering if anyone would like to go back and look at his previous articles and see if he did in regards to the president that was here before Trump. I would seriously like to see on that one. I might actually look into it myself. But, just for my own peace of mind, because I'm thinking he's just a sleazy little weasel. But the thing is here, okay, this is actually a good thing for the president that he did this, that Sessions did this, okay? So why would he be upset about it? Because if he lets Sessions recuse himself, you end up with a situation where he can say, look, I had no involvement in meddling, and wherever the investigation leads, it leads. Okay? Now, the Clintons, on the other hand, when they're meeting secretly, on tarmacs, and making deals that the NSA are saying are classified when they're supposedly just talking about grandchildren, I don't hear you guys reporting on that. Oh, wait a minute, that's right, because, it was about your candidate, Hillary. Huh, interesting. Multiple sources say the recusal is one of the top disappointments of his presidency so far, and one the president has remained fixated on. What sources? Please, cite your sources. I mean, if this was a college term paper, you'd fail because you have not cited any sources. You say sources say this. Well, I can say, sources say the sky is purple. But, people can look with their own eyes, and I'm thinking with this one, they can kind of look with their own eyes and see how full of shit you are, and actually also want to say, where are your sources? Because I'm guessing they're not too credible when you won't name them. Trump's anger over the recusal is not diminished with time. Two sources close to the president say he has lashed out repeatedly at the attorney general in private meetings, blaming the recusal for the expansion of the Russian investigation, now overseen by special counsel and former FBI director Robert Mueller. Okay, well, you have a slight problem. You have two sources, you claim, but the only people who actually know what went on in those private meetings are the people who attended those private meetings. So, were those two people in those private meetings or no? I'm guessing they weren't. Because if they were, with this article, they would have been fired by now. Their asses would have been locked up for probably leaking secrets and shit like that. So nice try. But sources say the frustration runs both ways, prompting the resignation offer from Sessions. See, they're trying to make it look like that there's headbutting going on. And the thing is, okay, the whole point of a president is he is the head person in charge. People under him are supposed to do what he says. If he delegates responsibility to them, then they're supposed to do what they're told to do, okay? And he isn't one to micromanage, unlike previous presidents. And that's another thing that they don't like. See, the thing is this is just ridiculous because they're trying to push this thing of, look at the tension that Russia's pushing, causing. Look at what it's pushing things to lead to. Sessions is offering to resign. And they have no proof of this. No credible proof. Asked by ABC News if the Attorney General had threatened or offered to resign, Justice Department spokesperson Sarah Isgur Flores declined to comment. And they're using the fact that she would not comment, which I would like to actually see exactly what she said. And they're taking it and saying, look, this is proof of what we're saying. All right, yeah, this is our proof. That, and look, they're going to use Spicer. Next, watch. This is funny. Meanwhile, White House Press Secretary Sean Spicer was asked today if the president still has confidence in his attorney general. He could not say, no, you lying sacks of shit that you hope people won't look at the video up top. No, what he said was he would not say. There is a difference. A big difference. You lying sacks of shit. You really are sleazy. I have not had the discussion with him, Spicer said. So you can't say if he has confidence in his attorney general, Spicer was asked. Spicer responded, I said I have not had a discussion with him on the question. I don't. If I haven't had a discussion about the subject, I tend not to speak about it. So they're using what he said here, and they're taking, a quote, and they're not even giving the full context of it or anything. And they're trying to use that to back them saying that he said he could not say. That's pretty pathetic. It goes to show how desperate ABC News is to push a narrative when they will flat out lie and say that when Spicer said he would not say is could not say. That's lying. You are dishonest, ABC News. This is why people are going out to YouTube and other outlets to get their news, like Facebook. Okay? And that's why you guys are calling where they're going, quote-unquote, fake news, because you're losing on the narrative. But when you do stupid shit like this that any moron can see when they're reading, what do you expect? What do you expect? People are going to say, you know what? They're full of shit. They just lied right there. Why am I going to even bother looking at what they have to say? Except to, look at it and go, okay, well, if they're saying this and they're full of shit, maybe I should look into this deeper. That's the extent of them checking you out. They're not there getting their honest opinions unless they're, getting up there in age because, legacy media, you guys are a dying breed. And, yeah, you might have some dumbed-down leftists that are younger, but that's about it. It's pretty bad that you see that happening and you're basically trying to rig the system instead of work within it, okay? You guys are awful. I mean, what needs to be done is for you to just basically keep doing what you're doing and die out. Do the world the favor and do that. Because as long as you keep doing crap like this, people are going to see how full of shit you are. They really are. I mean, you're flat out lied at the end of this article. That's proof of that. But anyways, this is the Constitutionalist Libertarian. And if you like the video, hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you guys. Have a good day.